I have never thought of a drive to Liberty as scary and dangerous before. Hello, I'm Doug Frost, and welcome to Check Please Kansas City, the show where regular folks from all over Kansas City dine and then dish on their favorite restaurants. This is how the show works. Every week we have 3 guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, while the other 2 go to check them out to see what they think. This week, financial advisor Julie Hyde recommends investing in the international flavors of her pick in Lenexa, Kansas. Level 1 sommelier Kim Penning describes her plaza pick with a nose to the wine cellar as well as the delicious cuisine. Now, attorney Camron Hoorfar argues the case and requests an immediate motion to adjourn to Caspian Bistro in Overland Park, Kansas.
Yeah, this place is open May 2005, and I took over in 2008.
This is a specialty food. Everything is fresh produce, fresh vegetables and all that. They get them on a daily basis, and they clean them, they prepare them. Even when the meat, there's a special cut, and they marinate them and different seasoning, and they marinate them about 24 to 48 hours. And even the oven, this is a special oven which has a tray of the water which gives the steam to get the meat a little bit more moist so it won't be dry. So this is all about the specialty, and everything is different at this place.
We serve kebabs and stews and homemade dessert here. Every kebab here we serve with a basmati rice, which is the best rice in the world.
This is the only place you can find this type of food, this type of atmosphere and music. And they do have belly dancers here, and so this is, you get them all in one place. So they should experience in that, and once you come here, you want to come back here at least once a month, you know.
Cameron, please make your case for Caspian Bistro.
Well, I love this restaurant. It is a small, kind of out-of-the-way restaurant that is hidden in Metcalf, if you could say that. So it is kind of hard to find, but once you get inside, I think it somewhat reminds you of hopefully Middle East and maybe a touch of Europe. It is smaller, but I think it's touched up nicely, and the food is just fantastic. Being of Persian descent, it's kind of where I can go food that my mom used to make.
Is there any particular, I mean, assuming kebab, is it kebab that people should have there, or what do you like there?
I like everything.
Yeah.
I like everything, but kebab is the main. It's kind of like the hamburgers and hot dogs for the United States. It's kebab is the staple, and then if you get adventurous, you can get into the stews. And maybe go into a platter and try everything. But stews are a little bit more for the experience, but I definitely recommend trying them. But kebab is the way to go for your average experience.
And so what's your favorite stew, or what's your favorite kebab?
You know, my favorite kebab is the basic. It is the ground beef. It's called kubide. That's my favorite. I like it because they cook it well done. But as far as stews go, I like the ghormeh sabzi. It has a lot of different beans and vegetables in it. And then desserts are fantastic to me. Desserts are handmade by the owner.
Any particular dessert that
I like the Napoleon. I like the Napoleon. I used to be on the baklava, but then I switched to the Napoleon. I like sugar cubes and the tea and the Napoleon. If you get those all together, it's a great day.
That's wonderful. Great. Well, cool. Kim, what do you think? How was your experience at Caspian?
We had a very exotic experience there. I took my young daughters and my husband. The 4 of us dined there. I have some positive things I want to say about it. I thought that the waitress was very sweet, and she was very friendly, and she was pointing out things on the menu to try, and we ended up getting the appetizer platter. I wasn't real impressed with the hummus. I thought it was probably not the best hummus I've had, but the other items were interesting and tasty. The chicken kebab is probably the best way to go, especially considering an American palate.
But there's a lot of spices and seasoning to that as well. I mean, it's not in a spicy way, but yeah, lots of flavor going on there.
That was quite tasty. The stews, those were a little bit out there for us as Kansas Cityans, and I actually had Persian friends that I've dined in their home many times, so I at least had some experience, and it's probably the best home Persian cooking I've had in the United States. I'm going to have to compliment them in that way. The baklava filling, that was excellent. I love it. I love cardamom. It's one of my favorite spices. And it was a nice balance with the nuts and the cardamom.
What do you think, Julie?
I also brought some other people so that we could taste more. I brought my adult sons and a friend, so it was great. And we started with the appetizer platter as well. And it's interesting, I wasn't in love with the hummus either, but they thought it was just the best they'd ever had. So definitely probably something to taste. Not as much garlic, I think, is what traditionally we are used to in hummus. We tried a stew, and the stew was excellent.
Which one did you have? Do you recall?
I don't recall.
Or the
my
flavors
son
that were in
ordered
it?
Pomegranate walnut or the stewed herbs?
I can't remember.
Spoltani,
It was primarily beans and such, but I believe there was a
What
meat
color was it, if you don't
component.
mind me asking?
Yeah, really?
I can't quite remember.
Green or brown?
It was greenish brown.
Oh, it was a blend.
It might have been gourmet sausage.
But my son loved it, and I had the kebab you mentioned with the ground beef, the combo platter with the Cornish hen. And so, again, trying to get a variety of flavors. I think the most enjoyable part, and you mentioned the waitress, we had a waiter who was so entertaining.
Was this the little guy?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
I hate to say the little guy, but he's just short and really very, sweet, very nice.
Very, and truly, he was handling the whole dining room the evening that we were there. And the soft lavash also was wonderful, and really did enjoy it. So it was we had a good time.
I did try the dough. And if you guys don't know what dough is, it's a yogurt drink. Never had
You're
tried it
a brave
before.
woman. You're a brave woman.
The waitress suggested it, so I said, well, I'm going to try it. I'm trying to, lead by example to my husband and kids. Well, I took one drink of it, and
You were done? I take it you were done with that?
They got quite a laugh at my expense. But I wanted to try it.
Well, what did you think about the bang for buck, Julie?
Obviously, high quality ingredients, consistent. So I thought it was fairly priced. It was nice to take a large group so that we could try each other's dishes. So that was a fun part of the experience.
Well, it was your restaurant. Cameron, what do you think? How would you sum it up for people?
I think it's great for a family. I think it's good for something new to try, but it's not too far out there. It's not spicy at all. I really recommend the chicken kebabs and the kubide, as well as if you're adventurous, try a stew. But worst case scenario, go for the desserts. They're handmade. I love them, so I'd recommend trying them.
Indeed. And Kim, any summation on it?
I would just have to agree. Go for the exotic adventure. If you haven't tried Persian food, this is going to be the closest thing you can get to home-cooked Persian in this region. Indeed.
And Julie?
I have to concur, and we did go with the homemade desserts and the Napoleon. You're right. It was very, very good. And I don't generally eat sweets, but it was excellent.
Great. Well, enjoy the adventure yourself at Caspian Bistro, 8973 Metcalf Avenue in Overland Park, Kansas. Their phone number is 913-901-9911. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and until 10:30 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. Reservations are accepted. The average dinner tab per person without drinks is $14.